algorithm. So Brakata Yahawa, Brakata Yahushai, Brakata Yahawa, Brakata Yahushai, Brakata Yahawa, Brakata Yahushai, Kal, Ahal, La, Yahawa, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Raka Kodash, double honors to the apostles and elders who rule well at Great Millstone, and a blessed salutation to the Akims in the four corners of the earth to push in the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom. This evening will come the next lesson to feed the elect of the nation of Israel, the 144,000, the one-third, men, women, and children, and the confusion of faces is getting the four corners of the earth. Right, I just want to touch on this article. Every day, as the day go by, it's getting clearer and clearer that the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast that Revelation chapter 13 speak of. Right, they said this is Anti-News Network, and this is True News, and this article came out on 24th of January 2018. Right. It's technology designed specifically to track and monitor human beings have been in development for at least 2 decades. It said the virtual realms software program are now compatible of watching us in real time, going so far as to making prediction about our future behavior and sending alert to the appropriate monitoring station depending on how a computer algorithm flag your activity. That is in and of itself a scary proposition. Right? He said what may be even scary, however, is what is happening in the physical realms. According to a researcher working on human embedded microchips, it is only a matter of time before these systems achieve widespread acceptance. Right? The scripture said many shall receive the mark, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. Right? It's chance are you are carrying a couple of microchip now, and if you are, they are sending out a 15-digit number that identify you. He said that number can be picked up by what call an ISO compliant scanner. So your bank card, your cell phone, your laptop, your passport, all these things carry a tracking device, right? Biometric, right? Tracking device, right? Your smart TV, and this is how these devils watching us, right? They're watching everything that you're doing, He said, and they are everywhere too. It is not possible to interact with society in a meaningful way by not having a mobile phone. I think human implants are likely to go along a very similar route. It would be such a disadvantage to not have the implant that it essentially becomes not optional. Right? Because these people are desensitized already. These people go along with anything that the world bring forth. They're already desensitized. Look how this act and behave when a new phone come out. Right? They gotta get a new phone. The iPhone 6, iPhone 7, Samsung 8, Samsung this. They gotta get it. So the people are already desensitized. These people gonna take this microchip very easy when this devil come down. Right? He said, your initial reaction to this idea may be one of the disbelief. There is no way society would accept such a device. Why would anyone want to implant this in their body? Right? He said, consider for a moment where we are right now. For decades, Americans reject the notion that they would submit to be tracked or recorded. And this is what's going on around the world. If you look in the islands in Trinidad, a lot, every light pole we pass is a camera. Is a camera. Everywhere you go is a camera. These devils monitoring you, right? They monitor your conversation. They're seeing everything that you're doing. They hear everything that you're doing, right? They say, yet just about every American now carry a mobile phone. They are so prevalent, right? He said, in fact, that many, right, consider it a right. He said, prompting the government to actually provide subsidies, yeah, to those who cannot afford one of their own. Right? He said, embedded in every one of those phones is an RFID chip that can track our every moment via GPS or cell tower. He said, triangulation. Right? He said, moreover, those microphone and cameras that come standard on every phone can be remotely active by the law enforcement surveillance system. He said a capability that has existed since the early 2000s. So these devils watching you, right? These devils tracking you or watching you. This is why you devils gonna be destroyed. This is why you devils gonna be in slavery, right? He said, but as instructive as these devices are, they are accepted as a norm by billions of people worldwide. Yeah, they accept it, and that's why they're gonna take the microchip easy. Like we're going on in Sweden, they're taking it like his like his life. They're taking it. He said not only that, no one had to force them on us. We are, it seems, the masters of our own enslavement. He said, the master of our own enslavement. And we pay top dollars to have the best tracking device money can buy. These phones, your laptop, your TV, these smart things that we buy in this tracking device, right? These things are a tracking device, right? It's a granted one can simply disconnect from the grid by throwing away their cell phone. A lot when this economy collapse, this whole system crash. You people gonna lose it because you people can't do without a cell phone. You people can't think for yourself. So you people gonna lose it, right? Because this devil gonna come down and he gonna crash everything, right? To make the microchip mandatory, so you people gonna take the microchip, right? He said, but the direction these new monitoring technology are moving, he said, coupled with continued government expansion of surveillance, suggests that the microchip RFID technology will eventually be non-voluntary. Right? He said, Michael Sanders of the True Winds asks, what will you do when you can no longer buy or sell without submitting a biometric identification? Right, so the biometric go back to our tracking device, which is the microchip, right? So the microchip they're gonna use to buy or sell, or to work in the society, or to be accepted in the society, and this is what coming, right? This is what coming, because this prophesied, right? This is in the book of Revelation, right? This is the next major prophecy that gonna come to pass, the microchip being mandatory. Right? He said this technology is going to keep spreading, and it is going to become harder and harder to avoid it. Yeah, it can be harder and harder to avoid, because this devil is so crafty that he keep pushing it out in his media. He keep pushing to these so-called movie stars. They keep promoting, they keep pushing it, and they tell you how safe it is, and how what's the word? They're saying how safe is it? How safe it is to get, you won't misplace You won't misplace your driver's license. You won't misplace your wallet. Things like that will come. Crafty things. You know. You understand? They're making it more what do you say? The word that coming to my head right now, but Esau, he crafty. So these things are gonna come in and tell you, how safe the microchip is. It's a, and it is easy to imagine what a tyrannical government could do with this kind of technology. I mean, a cruel government, right? And we rule, and the wicked is in power, right? He said, if it want to, it could use it to literally track the moments and behavior of everyone. And one day, this kind of technology, easy lamba, if it want to, it could use it to literally track the movement and behavior of everyone, right? He said, and one day this kind of technology will likely be to for verses that you would not be able to open a bank account, get a credit card, or even buy anything without having either your hand or your face scanned first. So just telling your plane, the scientist telling your plane that this is what can happen, right? Time gonna come when you can't do no business without a biometric, without a RFID chip, right? You're not gonna need any more bank account because they're going cashless, right? You're gonna need a chip and be identified in society to buy and sell and to work in this society, right? This wicked and demonic society. He said it is difficult to imagine a populace that will freely submit to such digital bondage. So this is a digital bondage, right? He said, but as has been the case with the degradation of personal privacy and rights in America, he said, be assured it would not simply become law overnight. For as the technology will need to be generally accepted by society, it will start with a real-time consumer-based product like Google Glass, right? He said the older generation may reject it, but in a couple of years, you can bet that tens of millions of kids, teens, and younger adults will be roaming the street while sporting cool shades, interactive web surfing, and the capability to record everything around them and upload it to the internet instantly. Right? He said next, as we are already seeing from early adopter, RFID chip will be voluntarily implanted under our skin for everything, for access to high security building, to grocery store purchase. Are you hearing this? This is not no John 3:16. This is not no embarkment. This is not no right. This is, let me read it back again. He said next, as we are already seeing from an early adopter, RFID chip will be voluntarily implanted under your skin for everything from access to high security buildings to grocery store purchase. Eventually, once the concept is generally accepted by the majority, it will become our new social security number, right? Our new social security number, right? It said to gain access to official service, you will need to be a verified human without verification, you would not even be able to purchase a 6-pack of beer. Yeah, so this is the microchip. The mark in Revelation 13 is the RFID microchip. It's getting clearer and clearer every day, right? He said, let alone get a medical care or a driver's license, right? He said, whether we like it or not, this is the future. Yeah, this is gonna become this is the microchip is the next major prophecy gonna come to pass, right? He said every purchase you make and every step you take will be tracked by a tiny 15 digital, right? It's a passive microchip. Let me read this again. Every purchase you make, right? This is a straight cut for the IUIC, right? Who's saying this is a philosophy? This is right? He said every purchase you make and every step you take will be tracked by a tiny 15-digit passive microchip, meaning that the only way to turn it off will be to physically remove it from your hand. You can't remove them when you take that. You finished. Once you take the microchip, you finished, right? So you can't remove that. You totally finished. He said, in essence, we will soon live in a world of always on monitoring, right? So these devil want to be like God, right? Want to be like the Most High. Our children and grandchildren, at least most of them, will likely not only submit to implantation, they will gladly pay the cost so that they too can interact with society. He said in a meaningful way, right? So this is microchip. The thing gonna come if you ain't got this microchip. You can't buy or sell. You can't be a part of society, right? And I got these scam out. They're teaching that the microchip is not the RFID microchip. And it's showing clearer and clearer every day that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast, right? Is the mark of the beast, right? Right? This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. Right, the image of the beast is the way, the philosophy, the doctrine, right? The beast go back to NATO and EU and also the Rothschilds and Rockefeller. They are the heads who push, who behind the beast, right? That the image of the beast should both speak. What's the image, right? The image that go back to the philosophy, the doctrine, the teaching, and also gonna be the microchip, right? They're gonna be that microchip too. Right? He said that the image of the beast shall both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So a lot of starting with the elect, some of the elect gonna be put to death, right? They're gonna be put to death because they're not gonna take the microchip, right? And a lot of tutors gonna be put to death too because they're not gonna take the microchip, right? Let me get this here. Let me get this. This is Revelation chapter 20, verse 4. And I saw the throne, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither receive his mark upon their forehead or in their hands, and they live and reign with Yahweh 1,000 years. So they got brothers who gonna be beheaded because they're not gonna take the microchip. So they're gonna be beheaded, but them brothers gonna come back, right? They're gonna come back. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua gonna raise them brother back again, right? They're gonna come back, right? Because they are part of the elect, so they can come back. They're gonna be the first fruit in the kingdom of heaven. So some of the sincere brothers gonna be beheaded. Some of the tutor of Israel gonna be beheaded too, because they're not gonna take the chip. They're gonna be beheaded, right? So there's right Revelation 13 and 16. He said, and he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. And when you go into this word mark, is karagma in the Greek, which means to prick or stick something up in your hand, right, or anywhere in your body, right? Understand? So this marks he can cause both small and great, small people, great people, free and born, right? People in the prison system, out of the prison system, rich and poor gonna receive this mark because they all of this society, they love this society, right? Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. So it's saying that you can't buy and sell unless you accept the mark of the beast, right? Accept the mark of the beast is the only way you can buy and sell. And the time coming, the time at hand, right? The time at hand, right? He said, and no man that buy or sell save he that had the mark or the beast or the number of his name, right? So the time coming, right? This is Revelation 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast or his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the power of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angel and in the presence of the Lamb. So anybody take this microchip, the Most High gonna destroy you. He gonna put you to death, right? You're gonna be burning up, right? You're gonna be burned up in the fire, right? Right? You're gonna be born in the fire, and this is Revelation 19 and 20, right? He said, and the beast was taken, right? Which beast go back to the NATO and EU, the military power, right? They're gonna be taken, they're gonna be destroyed. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophets that wrought miracle before him. So you false prophets gonna be destroyed too. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua gonna destroy you false prophets, right? He said, with which he deceived them that received the mark of the beast. So them that received the mark of the beast gonna be destroyed too. And them that worship the image, these both were cast alive into the lake of fire, burning with brimstone. So the lake of fire burning with brimstones, when them ICBM missile gonna hit, America can be destroyed by ICBM missile. In most I say in 1 hour, that America will be flattened. It can be burned in 1 hour with ICBM missile. So you so-called Negroes, Latins, and Native Americans who already take this chip and going to take this chip, you're gonna be burning in fire, right? And you heathens too gonna be burning in fire that have the chip, right? Most are gonna destroy y'all, right? Y'all gonna be born because y'all give you so-called Negroes, Latins, and Native American Indian give sovereignty unto the so-called white man. You're saying, I know what? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is not your power. You're saying the so-called white man is your power because you take his mark, which is his microchip, and you're gonna be destroying the lake of fire, right? You're gonna be destroying the lake of fire, which is the ICBM missile, right? Close off for this one. This is Revelation 15:2. He said, I saw as it were a sea of glass mingling with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, over the military, which is the EU, NATO, and also Simon Rothschild, Rockefeller, these who behind the beast, they who fund the beast, right? And over his image, which is his mark, right? Go back to his philosophy, his system, the way how you run the society, right? And over his mark, which is the RFID microchip, and over the number of his name, standing on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High. So the elect gonna get the victory, right? Some of the brothers and sisters gonna be delivered with a family, the sons and the daughters gonna be delivered, right? Some of the Akims gonna be put to death, but they're gonna rise up back. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua gonna rise them up back, So just don't take the chip, refuse it. If you gotta be put to death for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, pray and ask for the strength that when the time come, you can take it as a man. Right? So with that, Obus Lessons Edifying, I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders who rule well at Great Millstone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akims in the four corners of the earth, pushing the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom.